Well, ladies and gentlemen, partners, friends, and stakeholders of the Vimec world, I'm happy to sit here with our CEO, Andrea, and all the colleagues that will follow. It's been a while since we last met. It's been a few months. It was the end of 2020. It was a challenging year. We'll see some details later on the ending of the 2020 and the first months of the 2021. And we welcome you on this live streaming session. That's the new tool that this pandemic has brought as an alternative to the normal meeting that we generally have. And we will take you shortly with a small agenda through the plan of the day that will take you to the latest news of the Vimec world and experience. So let's hit the road, let's look at the agenda. After a few words of Andrea, we will show you out the new portal, the new hub that Vimec has built, the new portal for our partners that we'll show you later with my colleague. We will go then to some quality improvement, both on the product side and on the process side that we implemented in the latest period. We will give you an update on the news, on the latest news of the product that we developed, and they are in the pipeline. We'll have a look at the technical catalogs, which we developed lately, and we have given to all our partners, and will be implemented with the new models in the months to come. We will go then shortly on the financials of Vimec and the topic of the sustainability. I'll be back on the value promise, so our commitment for the future. And then just to close up, I would say the summary and the greetings from Andrea again. So I'll leave the stage to Andrea, and we listen to what he's going to say.
Thank you, Andrea. So greetings from my side as well. I'm very happy to have you here in this event. Of course, we were looking forward to meet you in person, but as you can imagine, the circumstances still are suggesting us to be prudent and following strictly the protocols. So for this time, again, we will use the digital version of this kind of event. We have tried to arrange a beautiful location in order to have and to give a little bit more flavor of what we are doing and to create the right circumstances in order to have a nice discussion around the topic we are going to discuss today. Before jumping into the agenda, let me just briefly comment a bit the 2021 year, which we are today at almost the half of the year. I would say that, as it looks today, 2021 are a challenging year, as more or less has been 2020, with a different perspective somehow. So we have still a lot of countries which are suffering about the long queue of the COVID-19. And on top of that, we are now experiencing to a very, very, let's say, strange behavior of the raw material, which have been booming in the latest month, which has provocating somehow an issue regarding the cost and the price, and has been provocating an issue regarding the availability of the component as well. We will today confirm our commitment that we will manage the situation as we have done successfully in 2020. And by doing this, of course, we will use the same kind of attitude, which means that we need to be prepared, we need to react quickly, and we need also to anticipate the event, not waiting and see what the event will decide in our behalf. By doing that, we will always take the opportunity to safeguard the business of us and of our partner as well. So now, let's say, we can jump into the main topic of the agenda. So the agenda, as described by Andrea, has three different main topics, I would say, three categories. One is the product, one is the digitalization, and the third one is the sustainability. I will start with the product a little bit, so giving you a little bit a feeling, a flavor of what we have done, what we are doing, and what we are planning to do. Last time we met, we were introducing our new range of E20, which is basically a product that in our ambition will strengthen our position in the cabin lift segment, which we are already playing a significant leading role in the European landscape. With the E20, we really think we can position ourselves in a slightly higher value on positioning, price positioning, and value positioning in that sense. The product has been launched at the end of last year, and so far, since the last time we met, we have done some important achievement, I think. For instance, we have managed to win 2 important awards when it comes to the design, as you can see from the picture here. One was the Red Dot, and the other one was the Archi product. On top of that, we have been managed to deliver the first project. It was nice to see that they were spread all around Europe. And what do you think, Andrea? It was pretty interesting to see how this product has been hitting the road, right?
Yes, it's been worldwide. We jumped into installation from France, UK, Germany, Belgium, so and down to the bottom of Australia. So it's been a good result. I agree with you, definitely.
Very good. So we have done the same also in the domestic market, of course. And the E20 was not the only part of our elevator program which has been subject to some news. So we will run today about the other news that has been affecting mainly E10 and the E07. On the door, on the speed governor, and the other things as well. So during the rest of the presentation, you will, of course, have the chance to receive more detail about that. And of course, our plan is that we will continue to develop E10 and the E07 during 2021 and 2022 with other improvements that we have in our list. But you know, the lift has not been the only product category that has been receiving improvement from our side. We are pretty excited now to come into the end of one of our biggest project we have done so far, so which represents somehow a kind of milestone when it comes to the Vimec heritage and the history, which is the new V6. When Vimec launched the V6 a few years ago, I think it was setting the standard. It was setting the benchmark versus the market. It has been really launching a product that has been creating a kind of reference in the marketplace, and has been the same for many, many years, has been very successful, and so forth. Now we really think it was time to refresh the product, to further improve the product in order to come into the market and to reinforce our leadership in this kind of segment with a completely new product, more fresh, with higher performance, and with a completely new design. And you know, Andrea, you have been witnesses all the path, all the journey that Vimec has been doing with this kind of product, and you look pretty excited about what is going to happen soon.
Yes. The process has been interesting, so has involved all the company, and it was impressive in the amount of people that just put their passion into the project. I'm pretty excited about all the new design, the innovation, the technical performances, so I look forward to start selling it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
very good. So the product is, our plan is to launch the product between the end of this year and the beginning of next. But when it comes to the accessibility, the Incline platform was not the only product where we have been putting some effort. We have been putting some effort also to improve our current program in terms of step lift. And also in this case, we will have the opportunity to describe it better going forward. And this is basically what is going to happen on let's say, pretty soon. On the other hand, we are also looking forward and really wonder ourselves how the industry is changing and how we can grasp opportunities going forward into, let's say, the home lift market especially. So we start to elaborate concept that will soon start to become real projects, and which, let's say, in our view, will really change this industry with a product which will look completely different compared to what is today available into the market, like the picture I'm showing you in the background. But the product has not been the only thing where we have been putting effort this year. I think the other second topic that we will discuss today is, let's say, under the umbrella of digitalization, is many projects that will affect your business. And of course, we firmly believe that the digitalization, the technology, will never replace the relation between humans, between people. On the other hand, it can help people to run a project in a more efficient way. It can improve the customer experience somehow, and it can basically increase the capacity in some kind of field as well. So in that perspective, we will run through our new portal, as Andrea mentioned earlier, and you will run through all the potential that this kind of tool can give you by basically checking out all the documentation in your specific order spare parts, finding basically the leads that you will receive in case, and so and so. So that will be really an important part which will help you on making your business easier. A second part that we will describe today is the BIM library, which is also part of our digitalization agenda and will be for us an important tool that you can use and you will have the opportunity to use with the architects and consultancy firms and so forth. We will describe a bit the project that has been involving our technical department on the configurator of the lift, which will give us the possibility really to almost double the capacity we have right now to develop order in, when it comes to elevator. So also in this case, it's a project we started a few months ago. Now we have been completing the wall shaft part, and soon the part with the self-supporting structure will be completed as well. And finally, we will have a run through the Peak to Light project when it comes to the production, and is a project that will help us in order to reduce the number of missing parts on site. On top of that, we have been also putting effort in order to develop our new platform when it comes to controls in our units. And here in the picture is just an example of the things that you will be able to do with your smartphone when it comes to the interaction with our units. So we are developing all those kind of systems in order to let you control your units, in order to configure your units, in order to have, let's say, troubleshooting system in order to reset the issue you may have in your units, and also to receive a notification whenever your units has something or needs some maintenance or so forth. So this kind of platform will sign or will draw our future strategy when it comes to the software and hardware platform development. And the first product that will be installed with those kind of features will be the V6 that I mentioned earlier. As you can see from the picture here, let's say the connection with the units will be possible through a simple Bluetooth kind of communication system or with the Wi-Fi. And last but not least, the last part of the program is basically related to the sustainability, and what we are going to show you here is really what has been the target that we have been putting in front of us in order to set our goal to be achieved into 2030. So as you can see, we are talking about energy consumption, carbon dioxide, renewable energy, safety on the workplace, and certification on the buildings that we are using in order to produce our equipment, and the gender equality into the management team. So those are the targets we have been setting. We are following this target up on a quarterly basis, and we are going to release on a yearly basis a report that will inform you and all the stakeholders about the status and about the result that we have been achieving every year. So I think that was basically what I was planning to tell you. I will not steal additional time to the people and the colleagues that will follow me. So I really hope that you will enjoy the rest of the presentation, and talk to you soon.
So let's touch base now on some of the sales figures of the last part of the year, let's say, and beginning of this year. As I said in the beginning, 2020 has been challenging for the pandemic. We managed to compensate and contain the effect of the pandemic. 2021 has started, as you can see here, under different challenges, so still on the tail of the pandemic period, and some other challenges are ahead, as the CEO has just mentioned. Simone sits here with me, and he represents a big part of the markets that we follow from the headquarters, which are not covered by the branches mainly. So I will leave him the stage for a few comments on that period instead, and we will jump on some other analysis later then.
Thank you, Andrea. Warm welcome also from my side. We obviously would prefer to welcome you here with a cold beer, but those are the time we're living in, so that's an obligation. We'll live with that. We'll keep the fridge full for you for the next trip. So let me say from my side, from what I've seen around the world, the market after an initial moment of difficulties has stepped back, especially in the last period with the private segment, which has returned in full strength. I must admit I'm following also markets that are mainly driven by public tenders, and those tenders has been frozen for a while because states stop the erosion of money. Nowadays, like Bob Dylan was saying, the times they are changing, and also these kind of investments are returning back, giving, in my opinion, a positive feeling. What I would like to underline is that the reaction of our dealer has been extremely positive. They put in place a lot of flexibility, which sometimes makes the difference between losing or winning a project, and being in first line, being ready when the project call makes really the difference. And that's what I feel. I guess that our relation between us and the dealer comes out of that stronger than before.
Yes, I agree. When it comes to the other area, just to summarize for our partners in line, I would say that we have had different behaviors, mainly driven by different mixes in terms of public and private segment, of course, some product as well, because you have, of course, different products in a more public-driven market, and basically all these dynamics have changed the performances. So as you can see basically in the charts, apart from the big result that we have achieved in the first part of the year, where we are above the 2020, of course, and the 2019, which is our guidelines to have a, let's say, a more reasonable comparison. So performing well, we are over the 2019 numbers. And so this is driven by some more areas rather than others because they are more focused on the private. The private segment is moving a bit faster. The public segment is recovering a bit. So and we see some signs. And in the second chart of the background. Just wanted to recap one of the topics that we touched during the last presentation, so end of last year. We said that we were setting up the organization to fine-tune it, to focus on some specific areas, which we believed that deserved a higher effort in that specific moment. So we were talking about a business development for Middle East, Southeast of Asia, and last but not least, the German branch. So as you can see here, our performances are showing us that we are now on the good path, and this is also comforting, because that means that our ambition is always followed by achievement. So that's of course a good feeling. I would say now that we can jump on the web portal, which is another big topic of our today's presentation. I will leave you the stage just to introduce it in a deeper way, and we will have a few videos right now, but I will let you take the stage now.
I'm very glad to present this new part, these new investments that Vimec has made recently, because I believe is a tool that will improve the experience of the dealer in the Vimec world.
So we move now to the portal. The portal is the Vimec hub, the access to our company. So we open the door to our partners to have a look at all different topics, items, status of orders, any details they would like to have from us, they can find it on this hub. So it's an important and impressive step of the company in this direction. So let's hit the road. Let's see how it works, Simone.
The access to the portal will be from the main homepage of Vimec. There will be a link specifically for that. On top of that, there will be a wide range of languages to make the experience more adapted to the customer. Passwords and username, access to the main page where there will be a full pictures of all the families of Vimec, after sales, bulletins, technical bulletins, plus obviously the news from the Vimec's world. In this case is the award, the Red Dot Winner Award for our new E20.
Yep.
From the main page, you will have the possibility to access to all the main characters, so configurator, CMR on top of the page, and from the bottom, the selection of all the families that you can go through. So here to deepen, we'll go into the vertical platform lift. Just to make an example, we have the three different products. We'll go in the A28, from which on the page you can find all the documentation of marketing, spare parts, after sales, wiring, everything. There will be also a lateral menu that will be helpful for you where you can get immediate informations and pick all the information. You can deepen, and inside of every page you will find all the specific documentations, as you can see here. To make an example, we'll go into the technical drawings of the A28, for example. You see the full page. You can scroll it down to have all the information. You can download on your computer, or in case you can print it. Depends on what you would like to have, of course. Let me see how it works. Stepping back to the lateral menu, consider that you can get the same exact information in the same way, maybe in a quicker way if you want, but is a list laid on the side.
Leads generation is important, so let's show how we feed our partners.
Here comes the list, the information on the leads from the CRM. You can get into the list of leads that has been specifically sent to you. You'll find all the list with all the details of every leads sent, company, name, city, telephone, all the informations that we have the possibility to share with you to improve your work. It's one of the most important features. Well, you can make the research also from the top of the page, making the research by city, for example, by name, so you can use the different keys. We'll make an example here of one specific that, just to show you how it works, press research, and you'll see that one has been identified specifically. Back to the general page, just to show you a very important point of this tool is the status. The status will help you to focus on the productivity of the leads itself to see how it works, how it has developed. You can change it going inside specifically of the leads with the various options available for you that we can see here. You can save it and it will remain in the main page. Having said that, you can also step in directly from the main page, and you can generate a specific proposal dedicated to this specific dealer and register it directly into the configurator. This tool is very important, I guess, to allow you to follow in details how you developed and how productive is this service to you.
Knowing the exact status of the order for our partners is crucial, so let's see how it works also in our portal.
Yes, that's a very important part of our program. From the CRM, as you can see here, you can get access, you'll see it on the left part of the column, to the order status. The order status gives you a full picture of all the open orders, and together with that, you'll have also information of the expected delivery date. The expected delivery date is the date confirmed at the moment in which we receive the order. And in the following column, customer will see the new production date. This date is confirmed and given by our colleague of the production once that drawing has been confirmed and all the administrative part and commercial part have been settled and order has really gone in production. So at that stage, the customer will see there the new updated date.
Yep. What we've seen so far is a bit more focused on the commercial side of the potentials of our web partners. We'll now enter into the after-sales sections, and let me spend a couple of words here. So I'm happy to be with Claudio. Let me say that Claudio was one of the main promoter of this portal, has had a massive impact on its development, so was a great worker in this particular project, so he deserves all the congratulations from myself and from the company, of course. So I would say that I'll leave him the stage to introduce you to the biggest potential of the after-sales interface for you.
Thank you, Andrea. The Vimec portal has been developed in order to support and help our partner finding all the information they need without waste time, in order to speed up and give them the opportunity to find all necessary things for them. In the web portal, you can find the family of the product. Then, selecting the model of the product, you will find all documents available for this product. If we need to purchase any spare part from the web portal, we can simply use the exploded interactive drawing. We can zoom them in and out. Selecting the part, we will get all the information related to the part. We can move in the desk. We can see on the preview the price and the availability on our warehouse. It can be added on the basket if it is the part that you need to purchase. You can rename your own basket in order to recognize it quickly, and then it can be processed. We need to select on the page of the order which kind of order it is. Standard, then we can flag on the part in order to add it on the purchase order form. On this screen, we will get immediately invoice address on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, if the delivery is different from bill address, then we can type all the address in there. Clicking next, the software is also highlighting you the information that has been forgotten, so correcting your mistake. We will get the detail of the order, and going on again, clicking on Send Order, order is already sent to Vimec System Management.
You can also look for a spare starting from the serial number, right, Claudio?
Yes, of course. It has been developed, the system, in order to track the specific part number. On the search bar, typing model and serial number, full serial number, then we can find in the system the lift, specific lift, and opening all the document in the system will show you that is that specific order and document, spare part, everything will be related to that lift. Looking to the electrical part that have been selected with that serial number, we will display to the dealer exactly the part delivered and shipped with the lift. It will be the same for the spare part or with the interactive drawing that they will help our partner to find exactly the part that they need, and then they can be added on the basket like before. Again, retyping always the reference of the order, just for a quick search for the dealer. They can select again and go on the purchase process.
Last but not least, you can also generate your own EC certificate by adding the test report, right?
Yes, on the Vimec portal, we got access to the CRM, where we got a specific section dedicated to test report, where the dealer can directly from their office generate and adding the test report, just typing model and serial number. Section will display immediately all the checklists that the engineer have to normally carry out to certify that the installation has been done accordingly and it is safe to use. And simply adding name and surname of the engineer, signature, and name and surname of the end user, then all the document will be stored in our system automatically. Also, on the same section, it is possible also to add the picture or the scanned part of the document. Once the form has been already signed, if there is some missing information, software is always going to highlight what is missing in order that everything will be filled correctly, and then it can be sent through the web to our system. The web portal, at the end, when everything has been uploaded on our server, is giving also the possibility to resend the test reported sign in on the web to some email, which it could be email of the dealer, which it could be email of the end user, and then it's sent. When everything is done, the EC certificate, it will be issued automatically. It can be even downloaded from the same section. And by email, when it has been done and sent, it can be double-checked.
Thank you again, Claudio.
Thank you, Andrea.
That was a great work. My congratulations. So you did a massive job. Thank you very much. So let's jump on the next topic then.
Good morning. My name is Dario Manicardi. I'm the R&D manager of Vimec. And now, together with Graziano, we will show you some topics about product and process quality.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Graziano Calciolari. I'm the production manager. And for me, it's a pleasure to be here with you and with Dario for show you test topics.
My first topic is the PDM. PDM means Product Data Management, and this is a system able to manage the whole amount of technical data of a product during its life cycle. By the PDM, we are able to create, to archive, to modify, and to take a technical file of a product. And at the end of last year, we introduced this system in Vimec for three main purposes. The first one is to be able to manage complex projects. Complex project means a project in which many people work in the same time at the same tasks. The second purpose is to be more efficient in manage all the workflow that are typical of a project. For example, to create a prototype, to buy it, and to test it. And the third purpose is to spend less time in create and modify our technical files, and so to improve our product quality. My second topic is the technical configurator. Technical configurator is a very important system for Vimec because together with the commercial configurator is a system able to create all the bill of material for production and all the operative design for every order sold by Vimec. The technical configurator involves a lot of aspects of our machine. For example, for the elevator, the steel structure, the cabin, the doors, the roof, and for the stair lift, the engine that are able to design the rails. At the beginning of this year, we started the project to improve our technical configurator with two important objectives. The first one is to be faster. For example, for the elevator, our goal is to be able to process up to 60 elevators in a week. And the second objective is to be more precise. More precise means to reduce the non-conformity, the non-conformal components inside the production list. My third and last topic is about quality. As you know, from the beginning of 2019, every function in Vimec involved in quality improvement meet themselves every month to analyze the last complaint and to decide what are the next actions to improve our product. In addition of this, by the beginning of this year, we are improving our statistic evaluation method to become more efficient in identifying a problem and its importance. And we are also starting the collaboration with some external specialists to be more efficient in analyze some specific issues and find out a solution. As outcome, in the last months, we are reducing our average effect rate, so the failure rate, and also our warranty cost. And we are confident to be on the right path. In addition to this, at the beginning of this year, we improve two aspects of our analysis capability. The first one is to improve our statistic capability. So to be more efficient in identifying a problem and its gravity. And the second aspect is we started some collaboration with external consultant to be more efficient in identify problem and find out the solution. As outcome, in the last months, we are reducing the average defect rate, so the failure rate, and also the cost of the warranty. And so we are confident to be on the right path.
About quality issue in production this year, we focused on kit missing parts. We started, developed, and installed a pick-to-light system. The kind of system that we installed is a guide for operator that have information through flashing tags about the part that you have to pick for the composition of the kit. Each time that the operator take a part, have to release a feedback to the system through a button confirmation that is located on the electronic tag. At the moment, we activate in the middle of May 5 stations that are working in this system, 4 in elevator area and 1 in other part of the assembly lines. Internally, we are reinforcing the logistics and procurement service. We are doing this doing 3 main projects: the reliability of the stock, the MRP and the reorganization, and the supplier Kanban. About the reliability of the stock, we are moving in 2 main ways. The first one is the introduction of rotary inventory about our stock. The second is the check of the quantity at the incoming department. The second project, MRP and reorganization, was started in the 2020 doing a new software for the procurement of the parts of production. The software is able to manage standard part and special part. Last project, the supplier Kanban, is a system of material delivery that we concord with the supplier that give us the safety of the reliability of the parts in-house for 1 month. If we speak about lead time, we have to consider what happened during last year. After the stop in the spring of 2020, the logistic chain started very quickly in expansion. This is evident looking at the Logistic Manager Index, that is a KPI that measures the expansion level of the global logistic. In Vimec, this effect is quite irrelevant at the beginning of the year. But now, during last week, especially by end of May, we are suffering some information about our sub-furniture, and we are moving and enlarging some lead time of delivery of some configuration of the products.
Hi everybody, my name is Michele Mingori as the marketing manager. I'm really glad to share with Dario some highlights on the main update regarding the full range of Vimec products. I would like to start from E20 home lift. As you already know, the 2 rewards, the red dot and the Archiproducts shines inside the cabin, together with the main feature of the E20, that are eco-sustainability, technology, and design. As you may already touch with your experience, we have the possibility to combine 72 million different colors and tones for the cabin lighting. We use fully recycled wood for the cabin walls, and we can exploit a new feature that allow us to have the same size of the doors and the access to the cabin.
We have an important piece of news about steel structure surface treatment of elevator. Based on what is defined in the 12,944 standard, now we have 3 different types of surface treatment. The first one is based on a powder coating, and it is only for indoor installation. The second is based on a cataphoresis process and the powder coated, and this is suitable for outside installation up to a corrosive C4 degree of environment. And the third, that is the new one, is based on a cataphoresis process, an addition of a primer, and also a powder coating. And this is suitable for aggressive environment up to C5 degree.
Starting from February, we are manufacturing E07 and E10, so Eco Vimec and Easy Move, with 2 distinctive push-button panel control. For the 2 stops, you have the 2 buttons 0 and 1, and for the 3 stops elevators, you can find 3 dedicated buttons.
Starting from June, every E10 is provided with the Dynatec Quasar overspeed governor. It great best performance than the previous version, for example, less noise, and it is also 8120 certified. Starting from September, on the E07 and E10, the attachment point between the platform support and the floor plate have been increased. Basically, now they are the double. And these units are also well positioned. In addition, now it is possible to install an extension lug to support the outermost point of the floor plate.
Starting from the next month, a new model of double-inch door will be available. The interesting point is that we gain the same size of the doors with the access to the cabin. On the other hand, we can grant a finition level of this kind of premium segment solution through the full RAL color range.
And now some improvement about our chairlift V59 Dolce Vita. The first improvement is about painting. Starting from August last year, all our standard rails in RAL 1030 are now made with a special paint. This special paint contains a mineral filler. This mineral filler is able to reduce wear. We did some tests with a greenstone, and this test, called Tabor test, show that the weight loss is about the 50% less than the previous version. And so in this way, we are confident to reduce wear.
Starting from July, the V59 chairlift will be provided with 2 new indicator lights on the armrest. We move them from the seat to the armrest. On the right side, you will find a blue indicator for the on-floor self-centering, and on the left armrest, you will find the red light indicator. The on-floor self-centering will allow the user to reach the intermediate stop or the floor without any difficulty, in a very intuitive way, by only releasing the joystick when you are reaching the floor. Starting from September, the new S11 that we call S11 Plus will be available, ready to be ordered. It represents an update of the current S11. I can show you some features. First of all, inverter will always be installed, granting soft start and stop. You will have a LED light on board. The electric descent for the safety operation will always be available as a standard. And for sure, you can have a wiring system that has been improved, and you will always have the possibility to install in a wall shaft or in a free environment, without having the possibility, as today, to install it inside a steel structure. Regarding the inclined platforms, we would like to share a couple of slides because It has been hard work doing together with all the people inside Vimec and all the stakeholders by involving a lot of installers and dealers. What we are planning to present is an outstanding solution that will be characterized by high technology, fully safe, and modern shapes. We are planning to realize a solution that will be the most favorite from the buyers because we are going to present a quality pressure rate that will be very good. Also, we think about the installers that will find this kind of solution lighter and easier to install related to the current V64 and V65. Also, the user interface will be simplified in order to grant the same level of usage from South America to China and in any place of the world.
And now some anticipation about the most important feature of this new machine. It will have a downwards bar in rest position. We reduce footprint when the appliance is closed, and also footprint in straight and curved section. And we also reduce the weight of the machine. Please take in consideration that the current machine is made by iron, while the new machine will be made mostly in aluminium. We will have only one version for each slope and staircase side. As Michele said, the onboard and floor control were renamed and are more intuitive for the user. And also we will use a display and the light LED to communicate alarms and functionality status. For installation and maintenance, we will use a tablet or smartphone connection. It will be possible to have a remote connection via cloud. In the standard version, we will have more compliance with the EN 8140 requirements. And last but not the least, there will be the possibility to have a manual emergency operation for lowering the machine, unlocking the bar, and unlocking the platform.
I'm really glad to introduce you Alice, that is helping the marketing department in organizing and developing tools in order to support the sales team. In this session, we are going to analyze the leverage of the technical catalog that we have been realizing, and you will find them inside our web partner portal. I must underline that this kind of tool will allow you both to deepen your knowledge regarding the product, and on the other hand, you will have the possibility to give quick answers to a lot of special questions that the customers of yours are going to make.
Nice to meet you. As Michele said, I'm here today to introduce you to this new kind of documentation that we developed during the latest months, which is the technical catalog. And one thing I would like to add before diving into a brief demo of the technical catalog is that we tried to make a tool that is as interactive as possible. So that's why you will find, and you will see shortly in the video, you will find a lot of links inside the technical catalog that will connect the topics among one another, to allow a customized consultation, let's say, of this kind of document. So let's see the first example. You can see on the screen our E20 Home Lift, the newly born in Vimec. So each technical catalog starts off with a series of introductory pages, as you can see on the screen, with some technical data, some news about the product. And then we come to what you will see on the screen. You see some pictures, some icons, and some colors that you will find throughout the document to underline the unique selling points of each product. So regarding different topic, of course. So let's see some examples. The first example is sales memo. Sales memo indicates all these topics that are very relevant for salespeople. So as you can see, you find a list of links that are clickable. And here we have an example. So with one click, you can see all the available combinations inside the cabin for E20. And from this slide, you can find other links, for example, the 9 different moods available for E20. And so you can easily see all the moods together in one slide. Let's see another example here. For example, we have standard versus optional equipment of E20. Each item of the chart is a link. So by clicking on one of the item, you have right access to the onboard push button, for example, so a detailed slide. And from this detailed slide, you can navigate by clicking on the links to different slides regarding the same topic, for example, floor push button or the I button, as in this example. By clicking on the icon, the bookmark icon, you can go back to the previous menu. Let's see another example. For example, here we have E20 Eco Vimec. So the same list that we saw before for the sales memo is also available regarding different topics. Here, for example, we have some unique selling points about assembly and maintenance. This in particular is a page regarding the packaging. By clicking on the icon, you can go back to the previous menu. And the same logic is followed, for example, in case of the unique selling points regarding the safety devices included in E20. This, for example, is the overspeed governor detailed slide, where you can find some pictures and some, let's say, some notes about how it works. Now let's move to the last example, S11. Inside the technical catalog, there are different kinds of slides. You can also navigate through the technical catalogs in a more traditional way. As you can see, there is a table of contents which lists all the topic inside the technical catalog. And here we are browsing, for example, through the version of S11, so closed and open shaft. And one last thing about the technical catalogs, each technical catalog has a part regarding an appendix, let's say, that lists the technical terms and the technical norms contained in the technical catalogs. As you can see, throughout the document, by clicking on the technical term, you can access to the appendix to know something more about it. So the technical catalogs will be available in the new partner portal. As you can see here, by clicking on a family of product and on a particular product, in the marketing documentation, you can find the technical catalog. So by clicking on it, you can directly read it inside the portal, or you can either download it or print it if you prefer. So the technical catalogs that are already available are the one regarding all our vertical platform lifts and step lifts. And the technical catalogs for the remaining products will be issued in the next months. And one more thing I would like to add is that this documentation is continuously improved and updated. So since this is a tool created for you, for all our partners, we will gladly accept some recommendation or advices on things to be added or things to be improved in the technical catalog.
Thank you, Alice. As you have already underlined, any feedback is really precious for us. There's always room for improvement. We will be glad to receive your feedbacks and suggestions in order to improve continuously this kind of tool.
The strength of Vimec is its ability to be successful in facing and winning the challenges of the market, both nationally and internationally. This is demonstrated by the group's turnover, which shows a positive trend of growth until 2019. The 2020 was the pandemic year. It was a very extremely difficult year for all Italian companies and, generally speaking, for all the world economics. But the most valiant companies are those which know to react, to turn the page, to move forward, to be stronger than before. This is what Vimec has been able to do. This is the greatness of our group. In the first part of the year, the sales started to grow significantly. In the month of April, we even recorded the highest volume of incoming order sales, plus 30% compared to 2019. This is the reason why we estimated in 2021 to have the same turnover than 2019. Because we believe in our business and above all in the partner who collaborate with Vimec and give all the support in order to make our brand greater. In the coming months, however, we have another challenge to win together: the increased prices in raw material. In particular, starting from the month of February 2021, the prices of iron and metal sheet started to grow and literally exploded in the month of April and May. Our supplier increased their price list more than 30% compared to the previous year. Wood prices reached an increase of 45%. In addition to that, we have also to take into consideration the availability of the materials. In fact, they are starting to decrease and to cause some damage, in particular in the large engineering and the automotive companies. In certain cases, such as Ford and Stellantis, they are forced to stop their productions. In this difficult and unpredictable context, Vimec was able to react as quickly as possible, increasing their sales price list. This is a necessary action to make to protect the company margins, the profitability, and the financial soundness which have always distinguished our group. Vimec, in fact, differently with our main competitor, haven't any long-term debt with bank institutions. And this is a great strength because give financial resources to the company in order to make more investment in the development of new product and in their promotion. A healthy and financial sound company will always be a company to bet on, to grow and win the constant challenges of the market.
Well, after Ilaria, let me spend the last few minutes talking about the value promise. Why this? End of last year, we commissioned a survey to a representative batch of our partners. Through that survey, we wanted to understand what the most important topic for them were and are that could have helped us in improving our performances, our communication, our help and support for the future of the relationship. So I would say that we had great expectation from that survey, and the important topics we understood and we learned was that we had to improve our communication, so we had to improve our connection with our partners. And the communication, the way that we communicate, they asked us to be more independent in having access to the data and figures and order processing elements of our relationship, and this is what we did. So we have already showed us. This independence is through docs, as you've seen, through docs, documentation, BIM libraries that help the architects and the builders to better promote the product and start specifying the product in a more professional way. So this is what we did. Communication means also communicate locally. So we strengthened our presence in different countries. So the most focused area for the moment, we implemented new, let's say, locally based web agencies to support the communication on a higher level. We have touched the innovation. The partners asked us to be more innovative, and this is, I think, a great proof of what we are committed to do. Improvement on quality, again, so you've seen all the data. Of course, we stay hungry, so we would like to continue on this path. The areas of improvement are already there and will always be there. So this is what we intend to do in the future as well. And so a new survey will be done at the end of the year. So just to keep on, let's say, tracing and measure this kind of performance and continue in this path of improvement and communication with our networks. Because this is, of course, crucial for our futures, and this is what we believe in. I would say that I just have to thank all our colleagues that shared the stage with us today. Let me say thank you for watching this on behalf of our business unit, of the export business unit and the company itself, but to have a more, let's say, involving greetings, I would leave the stage to Andrea for the last few words.
Thank you, Andrea. It was great to see all the improvement here. I hope you have been enjoying as well. We are not perfect, but we are working very hard with a high pace and with the sense of urgency in order to improve all the area that we are, let's say, targeting. So your commitment and your feedback are all the time very important to us, and so please keep on doing that. Our commitment is really to deliver on what has been the feedback that we received from you. Finally, let me wish you the best luck to run your business in this challenging time. I think, as we have been commenting during the presentation, we have some challenges ahead, but I'm also sure that in these tough times it's very important to can rely on reliable partners. And we are very proud about our network, and you have all our commitment in order to support you in the best way in order to improve your business and the business with your customer. So thanks a lot. I hope that next time we will have the chance to meet you in person. Again, have a nice summer, a great business, and see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.